Hi there. I thought today we could talk about gardening in containers. I know a lot of my viewers are new at gardening, and containers are just really flexible, easy way to grow vegetables. You can grow one pot, you can grow 10 pots. I personally grow about 40 of these blue containers every year, and I grow a lot of produce just from these containers. My most successful items are lettuce, spinach, beets, carrots, kale, peppers, and those types of things do fantastic. I have tried to grow potatoes in them, and if you have a place to actually put those in the ground, I would recommend that over putting them in a plastic container. Now, the types of containers that you can get would be your traditional terracotta. This isn't something I use. You would need one much larger than this. The pros of this is that they are porous, and that's really good for the health of the plant as far as the roots go. But they need a lot of water and they need a lot of attention. And that's a true statement for any of the container gardening. You have to pay attention to the water level, whether you're using the terracotta, a grow bag, or if you're using the plastic containers. Now, a grow bag is something that I don't use, but only because I have all of these blue barrels accessible to me already. The grow bags come from anywhere from 5 gallons to big enough to grow a tree. Now, those are porous. They do really great with temperature control for the root system of the plant, so they grow healthier than in plastic. Technically, I don't think I have a lot of problems with the roots of my plants because I'm producing tons of vegetables in plastic. Those also need, you do pay attention to the water level. They can dry out. There have been complaints about durability. They're fabric. They're going to rot eventually. And in between seasons, those should be cleaned because there's a chance that you had pests lay eggs. There could be bacteria or fungus. And some folks say that they're hard to clean. But I would definitely look into grow bags if you're looking to start growing in containers. Now, the other thing that I have is you can reuse and repurpose any type of plastic container you have. I have a small bucket here. You do have to drill holes in the bottom of those so that it does provide drainage. I have a 5-gallon bucket over there. You could call around institutions like schools, hospitals, places like that that might have food service. They might have pickle buckets that they are just willing to give away. Again, you have to drill holes in the bottom of those. I also will use anything I get from a greenhouse. Any of the containers I get from greenhouses, I will reuse those. And then I've even got over here, I've got a storage container, a plastic storage container that has a hole in the bottom of it already. And I didn't grow in it last year, but I'm thinking about growing it in this year. I will put in more drain holes. I've got a black plastic container I actually bought for a party that we had ice in it and soda pops. So if you had one of those around, you could drill holes in the bottom of that as well. But what I have behind me is a blue barrel, and it came from the marsh behind me. There was a dock that was built, but rotted. And of course, when I purchased the house, I needed to clean up the mess that was down there. And I thought, what if I just cut those barrels in half and then drill holes in the bottom of them? And that's what I've used. Most of my containers are made from the blue barrels. I'm on my 3rd year with those. They've been really great as far as durability. They haven't cracked, which is one of the complaints of using any plastic container. It's not biodegradable. It can crack. You will need to throw it away someday. They are easy to clean between seasons. Every season I dump the soil out, clean them up, and then I put half the old soil back in, half new soil. Container gardens take a lot of nutrients out of the soil. You're growing one plant in a very small amount of soil, and so that's something that you need to consider also. Using the same soil a second year probably isn't a good idea. I do use half the same, and I throw a little organic fertilizer along with some of that new soil. And the other thing about plastic is that sometimes you can overwater it. It does not drain as well as a grow bag or the terracotta. So you want to pay attention to that. I don't have a problem with that here because I have a very strong southern exposure all day long. So I actually have to give them a good bit of water. So watering your plants is just a learning experience. You'll learn which ones need more and when. But I encourage you to do some container gardening. You just learn as you go. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to answer your questions. And also I'll have a transcript of what I've talked about today. So until next time, we'll see you then.